echo round, echo round. Let's go. Can we chill out?
You know, it's like problems. You get like, this is not happening, that's happening. But I definitely think it's at the moment, yeah, it's good, this is a good problem, because you can hear everything. It seems like you just gotta go switch over to so you can hear the gameplay. You should hear it. And if it's, go check your other OBS and look at your mixer settings. And then go, that's why, remember how I said to you, set up your new one and look at the other one and copy it? Like that's so that you can get all the same, your sound set up from there. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? How long will we go? 6 hours! 6 hours! Yeah. I'm going to raid one more. Already done enough. Going to the line. Alright, I'm gonna go pop up. I'm gonna go drop this state. Lost out. Alright, quick laps. I'm gonna make steak kebabs. Yeah, keep me posted. Let me know. I'll be on tomorrow morning. Alright, we're gonna go host laps. Got a show. If you got paid as job benefits like insurance, sick leave. If you got paid as a job with benefits like insurance, pay, sick leave, play video games like 100 per hour, any game stuff, you get more promotion. You can still stream more you do. How much would you gain and what game would you play? Lots. Lots, perfect. That's what I'm doing now. Lots of the same thing I do now. Forever. I just do the same as them.
Yo, Pac-Man with the 41. What's up, dude? Yo, thank you, bro. Yo, what's up, Viscous? What up, what up? Yo, what's up, Rihanna? Yo, appreciate that, Pac-Man. Alright, hold up. Let me show you real quick. I'm rating you too much, yup, bro. Alright, anyone from my channel, please go check out Pac-Man, great streamer, multi-streamer like me. Anyone from Pac-Man's channel, I'm Laps, I'm a young streamer, I play a variety of games, just chill, whatever, so yeah. Wow, bro. What's up, Q Minion? Viscous said all good. We ballin' now. Fortnite is cooked, bro. Fortnite W now. Finally, bro. Took Fortnite long enough to be good again. Like, damn, bro. Yo. Oh, damn, I think it's like 6 hours already. Shit, I thought it was like 4 hours. Damn, bro. Alright. We're gonna go back, make a weapon, see how good it is. Alright, second 2 times. Damn, bro. You got a window, bro. You got a window. The world's... Wait, what's this guy? Rat? That's... Oh, he's A+. We need the binding wire. Need the inner fang. Need the weapon hilt. Need mystery dust. And I think I need two chakra cloaks. So we'll check. So yeah, 2 chakra cloth, 1 mystery dust, 1 inner fang, 3 binding wire, and 1 weapon hilt. New Bari. Alrighty, chat. Let's replace this as my main weapon. Oh, it's like a rapier. Oh, more damage than Kusanagi too. Okay, I see it. Where's it go? Oh, it's like along my back too. Yo, this is dope. It's hard, people are everywhere. Oh damn, okay. Alright, we've got a W weapon now, chat. I mean, sure there are better ones, but this is good for now. Alrighty. Now, yo, what's up?
Dude, the King Kong, bro.
What up, bro?
I can't keep raiding you all the time, but
Last.
I know you've been grinding. I'm gonna go do the steak kebabs now.
Alright, so that's, thank you. Oh, this guy wants to offer a ride for nothing. Yeah, I'll jump on in a bit. I don't know if I'll jump on the stream, but like... Well, this is... Oh, I wonder, chat, if I get rid of my Mangekyo, and then I switch to Senju Clan. Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Yo, what's up, no tag? Yo, appreciate the follow, bro. Thank you, thank you. What up, what up? Welcome everyone from the Pac-Man raid. Love you, Pac-Man. Bro, he just raided me the other day, bro. Like, why is he raiding me again? Alright. I wanna yeah, I'm gonna have enough money to scoop. If you grew up in the middle of nowhere and one day you discovered... Huh? Wait. If you grew up in the middle of nowhere and one day you discovered an unlocked secret door near your home about the size of a full 2-story built house, and it had a giant engraving that said, "Take your risk at your heart's desire," would you open this check aside? No. I would go home and I would start playing video game. Yes, sir. That's what I would do, Perfect Sanctum. That's what I would do. Because, I mean, first of all, that door is probably, like, too big to open. Second of all, I don't even know why I'm there in the first place. So, yeah. Actually, I need to go to the Australia server. Because that's my servers. Yo, what's up, Percy? Question mark? Oh, it's just the guy, Perfect Sanctum, asking the question. Most random ass question, by the way, but... Alright. Alrighty, I want to see if there's a guy with my Gitko. So I can scoop him. Well, not yet, but... I just want to check. What a W weapon, chat. Alright.
Alright. Alright. Oh my god. Ah. Ah. We're not gonna be listening to music. I'm gonna be teaching stuff in this video. So hold on. I'm gonna be teaching stuff. So the first thing that I'm gonna teach is when you want to do freelancing, entrepreneur, self-made man, all of that. You want to start something, you want to do a business venture. It's harder than just, spending money, recruiting people for help. Like, let's say you want to open a restaurant. You want to open a restaurant, you gotta get the food, you gotta get the workers, and it could be easier than that, it could be harder than that. But, what I want to do is I want to do a whole bunch of stuff. But when you have these goals, I was taught you need to plan. Planning is key. They say confidence is key, wisdom is power, knowledge is power, but you need to plan. The more you plan, the more prep work you put into it. I could have the most best resources. I have such high ambitions, high goals, lofty, but if I don't plan what I'm gonna do with it, I could just waste all of it. They say two things, prioritizing and thinking. They forgot about planning. I will tell you what skills you need to be successful in life. Prioritizing is one, but prioritizing is the easiest by far. Thinking is hard, but planning is a type of thinking. If I go work out and I don't plan, I just do the same moves every time, I'm not gonna get stronger by much. But during my workouts, I'm experimenting, I'm trying different moves, I'm adapting as I go, and I'm self-reflecting. When you go about something without planning, it's like And it could be at any level. You could plan the next 5 seconds of your life or the next 5 years of your life. And you could spend a whole month, years planning it. Or you could plan it all in a few moments. Now, planning is not something so unheard of and like rare. People plan, but planning is something you do it in your head, okay? You do it in your head. You don't need a book or to type it. You do it in your head because you understand. You understand what's needed and what's less important. When people get a job and they have a family, not all of that is planned. Sometimes people have sex and create a baby on accident and they don't get an abortion. So sometimes people do things by mistake and it turns out being good. But generally, you need to plan. Generally, you're not going to get lucky like some people do. And if you don't know how to plan, you're confused, you're lost, then that's a problem. I would say, to help with planning, do research, look things up, reflect, think about things. If I want one day to be a world-class boxer, I have to plan the travel, the fight, my training, my diet, and that's just one example. There could be anything else. It's very broad. Anyone in the chat, if you want to throw something in the chat. But when you, I was working out earlier, so I couldn't talk about this earlier, but I want to teach knowledge. Now, planning is interesting because I'm 24 years old, I have not that much money, I don't have a job, but if I was Bill Gates or Elon Musk or some rich billionaire and I'm not planning, actually, I thought Elon Musk is a trillionaire now, but if I'm not planning every single thing, you may want people to help you plan. And that's the thing, no one is planning enough. If you think in the moment, you prioritize and you think, but you don't plan, then you are scaled so low, because the people who are planning everything, even if they don't think and prioritize, they just plan everything and they do it right away. It's not in order and their thoughts are confused, inaccurate, illogical, but they still plan. They will get far more accomplished than you. And I'm stressing this because I used to plan everything, but I stopped. I used to have whole notebooks full of plans. Every day I would write goals, how I'm going to do the goals, what order, how long I'm going to spend on them, how I'm going to do them. And that is the best way to keep you on track and focused. Now, if you plan too much, then you lose creativity and it takes over your life. Cause I could sit here, I could sit here at my desk and try to plan my entire life or even the next week for hours. And I could try to say, oh, I'm going to optimize this, I'm going to spend less time on this, I'm going to do this thing this way, and that's just pointless. So now I have to explain the balance that you need. So let's say I want to review calculus or algebra, whatever math. I say, okay, look up where to learn the math, review, look up practice problems, look up all that stuff. And then I'm going to say, where am I going to do it, where am I going to do it, how am I going to do it, and how long, and some contingencies, like if something goes wrong. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that I'm going to try to optimize it from the start. So I'll say I'll take a look at what I'm going to do the next day, and I'll plan to say, okay, this is when I stop, but I'll leave room in my plan for wiggle room and different options. And my plan is just an outline. I'm not literally saying, okay, 2:30 p.m. I do this, 2:30 p.m. in 30 seconds. I write this, I look at this, 2:31 p.m. 2:40 p.m. I'm on this math problem. I don't micromanage. If you want to micromanage, you have to know more certainty so that it's not do you know, too, like if I know already that at this exact time I need to be doing this, then you set that aside, that you'll do that, you establish that. If you have a job and you have a boss and he says, I need this report by tomorrow at noon, you have till tomorrow at noon, and let's say it's the beginning of your shift, the beginning of your 8-hour shift that day and the next day at noon. So you have like a little over a day. And let's say you can do some outside of the office. So you're working on the report, and probably it ends up taking you through until the next day or till late that night. But if you plan, you may get it done slightly earlier. But a lot of office workers are very efficient and driven. But I have to explain something else now. So when you plan, you cannot, you should not restrict the plan. So the plan should have like a ton of adaptability, because if I say, okay, I'm cooking, I'm saying cooking because it has less of the adaptability, but even cooking has a lot of adaptability. But I'm cooking, I need at least 10 minutes to begin to cook the meat or whatever in the stovetop or in the oven, and then I'm going to move it over to the pressure cooker or the other one, stovetop, oven stovetop, broil, bake, or whatever, microwave, air fryer, toaster oven. But I could say, okay, what if I just microwave it? Like, that's the thing. Planning, when I say planning, and you're hearing me talk, and you're thinking about having plans, planning is about perfecting something. So, you don't plan to know what you're going to do in advance. You don't need that. You're planning to have it more efficient, better, faster, stronger, last longer, all that. Perfect. You're planning for perfection. So I could have a plan that 10 years from now, I want to be able to retire. And that's possible. If I plan that tonight, and this month, possibly 10 years from now, I could have millions and retire. Everyone can do that. If you have the perfect plan, the blueprint, the unbeatable plan, you can do a lot. Planning is not making a list on a piece of paper of what you're going to do tomorrow. Planning is figuring out how to do something better. So, planning means if I'm the best planner in the world, I can plan anything perfectly. I could look up some random stuff online, figure some stuff out, and I put it together, and I have a business, I have a company, I have a restaurant, I have a school, a gym, I could even have more plans. I could plan how I'm gonna plan my plans. Now, I think that's enough about plans. I talk too much. When you think, because the other two things, thinking and prioritizing, when you think, people think thinking is, okay, how well can I think? How well can I focus on my thoughts, develop my thoughts, and analyze, critique, evaluate, find discoveries. So thinking is literally just how clear your mind is. Thinking is not analysis. Analysis is analysis. Thinking is how clear your mind is, how fluid, how sharp. So if it takes me forever to remember something I just forgot, that's not just memory, that's thinking too. Thinking is a mix of all of that. If you want to think better, you better be daydreaming all day, all night. You need to never get tired thinking, never get bored, never get exhausted. Your brain is like clockwork. And thinking is something that if when you think, you get confused, you get lost in your own thoughts, not even someone else talking to you, you're not the best thinker. The best thinkers will be people who their mind is all over the place. It is crazy, but they have control. So they can move from one thing to another thing. They're distracted, their brain is tired, their body is tired, they're sleepy, they haven't eaten, they haven't drank. Your brain has muscles, so to speak, in it. And when you want to prioritize better, that's easy. But prioritization is not as simple because people will say, do your homework first, eat your Brussels sprouts first. But prioritization is if you have many things, all urgent, all important, what you do first. That is prioritization. You have so many things on your plate, you don't know what to do next. You're so swamped. And you have to pick one thing. That is prioritization. You can spot the prize. And so, if I have 20 different job offers, I can only pick one. Which one do I pick? If 100 different hot girls want to marry me, which one do I marry? That is prioritization. And if you know how to prioritize, you know a lot. You're smart. You have good values. It says a lot about you. But planning is also necessary. And planning is broad. So I could say, oh, I'm gonna set an alarm. That's the easiest. I need to get up 8 a.m. Or I need a note that Johnny needs me to replace his diaper tomorrow morning. So people online, like I'm a streamer right now, will stream whatever. They'll stream video games, they'll stream what I'm streaming, just chatting, they'll stream whatever. But when you're streaming online, none of that matters. There's famous people who do nothing on their stream, and they're the most famous in the world. PewDiePie, look at PewDiePie. He just reacts to random shit. PewDiePie is not the most entertaining. PewDiePie is far from the most entertaining. He's a funny guy. He has a decent personality. But if you want to get big, all you have to do is focus on what people care about. So if you want to just get like 100 average viewers, make your background look good and change your title and stuff to look better. If you want to have millions of views on each of your uploads, that's different. Then you need to post clickbait. You need to do crazy stunts. Crazy stunts and viral memes and uploads is how you get big, like really big. And if you want to get big and not do that, you have to be professional. Your self-presentation is what matters. I don't have that. I wasn't born with that charisma. I will never be the most formal and composed person. My voice, the way I look, I can't do it. And I don't have the background in the room. Right now I'm in my childhood bedroom. And you can see the fan, you can see the white walls, you can even see my bed. When people give you advice, don't listen. Oh, I just spit. Don't listen unless they know what they're talking about. Where did I spit? I don't know where I spit. Um, so when you, when you, when you get up in the morning or the afternoon, something you might want to do is, you might want to eat something or drink something to get your day started. If in the morning you skip breakfast or you just eat a light meal, that's not good. In the morning, at night you don't need to eat much, you're about to go to bed. But in the morning, drink and eat some stuff to give you energy. A lot of people eat later in the day, like the first hour that you're up, the first hour to 2 hours is important. If you're into fitness like I am, you don't need protein or amino acids, collagen, protein every 2 hours. Wait like 2 to 3 hours. If you're lightweight, or just for whatever weight, because that protein shake or whatever you just drank hasn't had time to digest until it's been at least 2.5 to 3 hours. If you have acid reflux or you regurgitate a lot, you'll notice it comes up. The protein shake is still in your stomach. It has to digest. So, now, people may question if, people may question if, oh, are you smart? Are you a good person? If you're like ugly and you don't come across like a kind, smart, intelligent person, I repeated myself, smart, intelligent. What you want to do is, don't worry about people's perception of you. Just, just let them be. Like, don't worry about it. If you, if you want to, if you want to, if you want to improve your intelligence, it's very hard. So let me break this down. My eyes are watering. Cause I just So there's few intelligence metrics that are accurate, but your brain has neuroplasticity. So the best way to train your brain is not by just thinking about random stuff. Memorization is one of the best. So just type random stuff and try to memorize it. Work different parts of your brain. So out loud and reading. Just go online and try to remember a whole page of text. I guarantee you, because back in ancient times, memorization was a sign of genius. Geniuses were considered the people who could memorize the most. Nowadays, it's based on inventions, discoveries. That's not intelligence. So, your memory is your brain's prime feature, and your memory is very weak, so we forget things. If you can memorize a whole book by heart, you possibly could be one of the smartest in today's world. See, right now we have the English language, or whatever language you speak, memorized. But if you can memorize more languages, or, what was that? Something went by. When you memorize stuff, it trains your brain to focus better. So probably we could memorize more, but we're not like fixated on it. We're thinking about other things. People will say, if you're interested in something, if you're passionate, you enjoy something, you'll memorize more. And so you should love everything that you do, so you'll memorize more. But the problem with that is it's still not going to help you enough. It's not going to make you like 10 times the memory. Because what's really happening is you're thinking about it more, and you're obsessing about it. So, if you can remember a picture more than words, text, then, but the picture is a different form. So, you have to do both, train picture memorization and words, because they're different parts of your brain. I think, I'm not a brain expert, don't quote me. But, the way that you memorize normally is ineffective. The best way is all in the brain. So, people will say, reading something 7 times equivalent to writing it on paper with hand once. But you're not reading it 7 times. You shouldn't do that. You read once, but you concentrate. It's like if I have one word, I stare at it. I don't say I read one word 7 times. I can see the whole word in my view without peripheral vision. This is my view. Everything around is peripheral vision. I can see it without moving my eyes, the whole word. So what you do is you stare at it. Stare at the next word in the sentence, then the next word, and you memorize the whole book. You take it all in at once, and if it's too much, you break it down into smaller parts. But you won't need to go back to the first page in the first chapter, and then you won't need to do like, okay, memorize the first page, then the second page, go back to the first page, go back to the second page, then the third page. No, you do 1 page at a time, and that's it. That's how you memorize. You do it until you know it by heart, so you don't have to go back. If you memorize the first page, then memorize the second page, and while you were memorizing the second page, you forgot the first page. That's screwed up. Don't do that. Memorize the first page by heart, then the second page by heart, and so on. When you when you read a book or any text that you have to understand, if you're reading like for school, college, or whatever, you have readings. And you're going to be asked questions on it in class. To understand these text readings for school, you have to skim. You skim once, and it's not skimming where you're searching for something. You're not searching for anything because you don't know what's in the text yet. Unless you have the questions you're going to be talking about in discussion class already. But you skim first, fast, very fast. And you try to pick up as much as you can. And then you actually have to read thoroughly. If you only skim for college readings, you won't understand everything. Because there's a lot of stuff in there that you've never heard of. But you read thoroughly but fast. And you do that once. Now, after that, you will likely still not understand everything. So at this point, you've skimmed once really fast, maybe takes 5-6 minutes. And then you read thoroughly but fast, but you already skimmed. So maybe like 10 minutes, I don't know. And this could be a lot. This could be like 80, 100 pages. Because how you're supposed to read is not with your finger or just making eye contact. You think the words that you're reading in your head, not out loud, don't read out loud, And so you read as fast as you can move your eyes, as fast as you can skim, make eye contact with the words, as fast as your eyes can move. So you need to move your eyes fast, and you need to practice thinking while you're making eye contact with each word. I'm thinking the word in my head. That's how people with ADHD read, because it's hard for them to read. So they think the words in their head that they're reading. I don't have ADHD, but when you read for these college classes, if you only skim, you will miss stuff. So when you want to understand everything, you should not be reading passively, expecting that the text will be clear. While you're reading, you have to take tiny micro pauses over certain words. Cause here's the thing, right now I'm talking, right? You can hear me. But if you're reading, it's like 1,000 words per minute. So you can't keep track of the last page you just read. At 1,000 words per minute, that's a 250 word page read in 15 seconds. So I just read 250 words, another 250. I don't remember what I just read. So you have to slow down and speed up at different times. And you have to practice it, because there's gonna be pages that are just images or captions, and you may get interested, read slower. Don't do that. Pace yourself so that you finish reading quickly. And when names are dropped, when numbers are dropped, when there's charts, graphs, tables, diagrams, those are all easier to read. The text, if there's no indentation tab, if there's no gaps in the paragraph, just a solid row of text, that is the most challenging. So for those, you slow down. Because my eyes move across this line, now I have to come all the way to the beginning of the next line. So that's often the problem with speed reading, is that you can't focus your eyes on each line. Imagine lifting a weight like this. It would take so much core strength. Your eyes have to do that. And you're moving your eyes while you're reading, and it takes that to pick up each word. If you're fast, and even that isn't fast enough, like 50 milliseconds, 100 milliseconds, it's not fast enough. They say in the blink of an eye isn't fast enough. You blink, you could have read a whole paragraph at that speed. You take a 1 second blink, that's like 3-4 sentences off the page already. So when you're reading, you still blink normally. You actually blink more, so that, because your eyes are getting strained, so you need to blink more. If you don't blink like at all, you just try to read and your eyes get dry, then you're gonna mess up your eyes. A lot of people strain their eyes doing stuff. They don't blink enough. If you go really long without doing like a solid blink, your eyes, when you blink, will like hurt. Cause if I close my eyes like that, after what I just did, my eyes are perfectly moist. Other people, they gotta do that for like 5 to 10 minutes to re-moisten their eyes because they don't do enough hard, solid blinks. If you're like playing video games, you have astigmatism, you wear glasses, you're nearsighted, don't be like reading late at night for school and expecting to like cram in a bunch of stuff. You're not going to be able to. And I don't fall asleep. My eyes are hypersensitive to light. I once pulled all-nighters 12 nights in a row. I never fall asleep. So my eyes, I've done other stuff to them. I've moistened them so much to the point that one of my eyes is too moist and one is like too dry. One is like normal and one is too moist. But if you can't read fast because you're like tired or the technique, the thinking, the words that you're reading doesn't work for you, what you have to do is don't read. Open the book and just look at the page and just absorb it. Like if I go online somewhere and look at like a product description, who reads a Amazon product description like they're reading a book? Like you don't read that like you're reading a book. You just look at it once and take it all in. So, depending on what it is, you may be able to just look at the page and then look at the next page, look at the next page, but slowly. Because to a certain extent, you can do it out of order. You can't read backwards, but to a certain extent, okay, I start at the middle of the page, there's a number here, there's a name here, what's up here, so, that is possible, because they're different sentences, and so, if one sentence starts here, another sentence starts here, do I really have to start here? Because if it's telling a story, then start here. The one that was here. Or, yeah. But if it's just doing things not in any particular order, I can start at the bottom, read the whole sentence from the start of the sentence to the end of the sentence. I can start at the top, I can start at the middle, close to the bottom. When you read, all of that is going into your memory. So after a while, you start stopping remembering. You start not being able to remember everything. So, if you want to remember all of it, then you may have to take notes. Unfortunately, if you want to take good notes, well, taking good notes means you would have to, you would have to have like, I think I gotta go soon, cause my mom's gonna get up soon, and I have to go to bed, cause it's late. But, when you, yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I lost all my viewers.